Okay, I'm just going to tell you 10 things I learned this year, but the theme is WTF government, and it's borrowed from Tim's WTF economy, and the idea is things are amazing and things are all shit at the same time. So I'm going to start with something I learned, which is that government programs are really big. We work at Code for America on Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, and you may not realize that about half of all Americans will be on SNAP at some point in their lives. Right now, 1 in 4 kids in this country is eating some amount of their dinners because of SNAP. It's huge. But you want to apply for SNAP, go online. Well, go into New Hampshire and it will be down at night, just goes down routinely at night. That's Louisiana just goes down on weekends. The other one's down since October 2014. This is how you apply for SNAP in California. It's a 50-screen application, doesn't run on mobile. Most people who start it just don't ever finish it. So it's not a great way to start it. If you do get through that and then you get the interview, or then you get on the program, you start to get letters from the program. This is a letter telling you when your interview is, but there's a good chance it'll get to you after the date of your interview, and there's a decent chance it'll come in a language that you don't read. This and other reasons is why California, you can't read that, sorry, it's tiny, and actually now it's second to last amongst all states in adoption of the program by eligible people. Only 55% of people who could be on SNAP in California are on it. I also learned about the criminal justice system this year. 1 in 4 U.S. adults has a conviction, and this keeps them from getting jobs, obviously, that box on the form, but also housing, student loans, a whole wide range of things. Now, in California, and in many states, but in California, we passed Prop 47. One of the elements of that is it allows you to take low-level old convictions and take them off your record, reduce or dismiss them so that you can get a job or any of those other things. But want to try to do that? Here's the process. I don't have time to read it to you, but it's crazy. It takes at least a year to do. It takes a fair amount of money, and it's probably harder than moving your 401k, which we did this year. Thanks very much, Tim. If you actually get as far as step 3 or 9, you'll have to get your rap sheet. Has anyone ever gotten their rap sheet? Assuming you have a rap sheet. You need to take a whole course to learn how to read a rap sheet. The abbreviations go on and on. It really doesn't make any sense. You have to be trained to do this, but this is what we give people who are trying to clear their records. This is the form that you would use to clear your record. I don't understand it either, and this and other reasons are why in LA County, only 77% of the people who are eligible to take this off their record have even started the process. And the sad thing is that this element of Prop 47 actually expires in November 2017. So we've got a little more than a year to finish getting the people who could get that off their record. We get text messages from our clients, our food stamps clients and our criminal justice clients, and this was one that kind of broke my heart. What are we trying to do with this criminal justice system? Are we trying to correct people or crush them? This is from one of our actual clients. I also learned this year that in Salt Lake County, there's 120 caseworkers trying to keep thousands of people compliant with the many confusing terms of their probation, and all 120 caseworkers have one iPhone that they can use to text message back and forth with their clients. In Atlanta, I learned that if you get a basic traffic ticket, you will stand online for 5 hours or more. And if you don't do that, perhaps because you have a low-income job that's not going to let you take the day off, you will end up with this. It's a bench warrant for your arrest, and the next time you make an illegal left turn or blow through a stop sign, you will go to jail for that. And bench warrants matter a lot. There was a study in the New York Times that showed cities in Missouri that had bench warrants in 2013. Can you guess which city had 1.5 bench warrants per person? Anyone? Ferguson. You are correct. It is Ferguson. They matter quite a bit. So some good news. A lot of people in this room even are fixing problems like this. We are at Code for America. Here's one example. The Atlanta thing, we created a text messaging and web communications so people don't have to stand online for 5 hours so they don't get those bench warrants for their arrest. Here's another great news. Government's huge. We could fix these problems. It's 11 times the money the government spends on the safety net and these programs is 11 times the size of all charity spent on this. We can fix it. Last piece of good news, the people who work in government are getting great outcomes for people despite all that crazy shit, because they are the original hackers and they are very dedicated to their job and we should all thank them. Thank you.